Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Jess, and in this video I'm going to take you along for a couple days and show you the things that I like to do to prepare for postpartum recovery. This is baby number 3 for me. I am due in less than 2 weeks, Lord willing. And so I have a 5.5-year-old, a 3.5-year-old, and this little girl on the way. And I'm really excited. I've done a couple things to prepare for her. But hopefully this video is useful for you, and I give you some tips and things that to consider as you are also probably planning for your baby if you're watching this video. I'm currently in the baby's room, and I've been storing things in her closet, and now is the time, I think, to take things out of the closet and prep my above the toilet postpartum care. So I'm going to be using different bins that I have throughout my house to fit above the toilet. I'm going to keep one in our downstairs main level with a lid on it, so that way when I have guests over, they don't have to be seeing like pads and stuff like that. But I want it easy, accessible, not like under the sink where I have to move around a lot to get it. So that's gonna be for downstairs, and then upstairs in our master bath, I'll just have one that maybe won't have a lid on it. I don't know, maybe it will. So not too complicated, but just, you know, the typical postpartum things. I bought a couple things that are a little bit newer since I've had a baby 4 years ago, so I'm excited about that, and I will share that with you. Here are the simple things that I'm going to be putting in those boxes, or at least 2 of them. I think I probably use those 2. That one for downstairs because it's prettier and it matches my decor, and then this one for like up above in my master bath. So a few things I've used before, and a lot of new things actually. These here are Freedom Mom. So I put these on my registry at Target, and I didn't share my registry with anybody, but I wanted that 15% off discount. Plus there was a Freedom Mom cartwheel coupon. You guys, I got these for like half off, and I'm really happy about it. These are pretty much padsicles that are already made for you. And instead of making them myself, I just am going to bring some of these to the hospital and then have some of these in my different stations for the bathroom. So what they are is they're like dry, and then you just crack them, and it releases the coldness inside of them. They're also an absorbent pad as well. I believe they have a stickiness in the back. I can do a review on these in about, a couple months after I've experienced the beauty of them. And then these are very similar to Tucks. They're just a glorified Tucks witch hazel pad, but they are longer. So they just say that they'll span the whole length of a pad, where if you're familiar with what Tucks are, they're tiny little circles. So these are like the same price as a Tucks container, so I just decided to try these out as well. And I like the idea that usually with Tucks I use about 3 for the whole pad. A little TMI here, but whatever, that's what the whole video is about. So this, I'm thinking I might just need to use 1. And yeah, I thought I would also try it out since it's new, and maybe I could do a little review on the Freedom Mom stuff that I use. I do not have a peri bottle because I'm going to ask the hospital for 2 of those for both upstairs and downstairs bathrooms. I also don't have Dermaplast because my hospital also provided that last time with my son. So I'm just going to ask for 1 for upstairs, 1 for downstairs. I do have this sit spray. This is the Mother Love. So the really popular one that I've been seeing is the Earth Mama spray. But I love this one for both of my kids. I tried the Earth Mama one as well, but this one I just like the scent better. This has more of a calming tea tree kind of cooling sensation as well. And this is not to reduce pain like Dermaplast. It's more just to make you feel a bit fresher and a slight natural numbingness, but more just fresher down there when you are, when you're still just dabbing and bleeding and you don't really wash. It's just nice to have. So I'm going to keep this one up in my bathroom and not have it down in my main bath. I'll just have Dermaplast downstairs in the guest bathroom. So this will be more of just a, you know, a good spray to have. I might even bring this to the hospital, I'm not sure. All right, so I've never used these discreet Always underwear. I know the pink ones are really popular. I actually did order those, but these ones were on sale at my store, and so I wanted to see what the difference was between the really popular pink ones and then these ones. So I've heard that these are just so much better than having the mesh underwear that you get after you have labor, even at the hospital. They make me feel saggy and kind of unclean, those mesh ones, so I think I'm going to really like having these. And then also I'll probably wear them a couple weeks postpartum just because my bladder is also really weak afterwards and I'll be healing still. These are the pads that I transition to once the main healing is done. I like to get the extra long and thinner ones, ultra thin and extra long, because they still absorb really well, but they're just thinner so you don't feel like you're waddling around with I'm just not a big pad fan. So anyways, I really like these. I also have wings, and I got the 2 stay free. I think they were like buy one get one free. So this one is overnight. I do get unscented because I don't like adding those chemicals if I don't need them, and the scent kind of is weird sometimes when it meshes with your scent. And then I decided to try, Always has come out with pure, like chlorine free or bleach free, all the things, and I thought I would try those out just to see. This was at a brand at Target as well, and this is more liners. It says for bladder leaks, so I'm assuming that it's going to be a little bit better than a period liner, but this will be for more like 3 weeks postpartum. But I just wanted to get everything ahead of time, use my coupons, and just have it so I don't have to be thinking about this stuff once I have my baby. So now I'll just assemble the boxes. Okay, so I don't know if this lid's gonna really stay on here. Maybe I can finagle something a little bit different, but this is what I have here. So these are what the Instant Ice Maxi Pads look like. I'm not going to completely open them up, but they're quite heavy, and it says to, that's such weird, instant cold therapy. Anyway, it says to snap it in half, and that will, while it's in the bag here, and then you open it up and you use it as a pad. So very long pad, as you can tell, and I put some of the Always Depends. Then the overnight ones, this is for upstairs in my bathroom. And then some of the this is what the Always Pure look like, by the way. So they're quite thin. I'll let you know if they work or not. So exciting. Letting you know about these things. Something to note about this, another reason why I got these instead of the pink ones initially, I heard somebody say that the pink ones have a quite perfumey smell, and so I tend to not like scented things, so these do not have really any scent to them. And then I have the Mother Love Sitz Bath spray, and I'm going to have Dermaplast in here in a peri bottle. So in here, I did not put these pads in, and then in here I will have the Dermaplast in the peri bottle in here as well. So that is going to be downstairs, and this is going to be upstairs in my master bathroom. I wanted to show you this little kit that I put together for my bedroom. When baby is first born, I like to have them in my bedroom for a time being, and so these are the things that I like to keep in there. Some people have a lot more, some people have a lot less, but this is what I find that I need, especially in the middle of the night. I mean, her nursery is just on the same level as our master bedroom, so I could easily go into her nursery and get anything that I need, but I find that sometimes you just want to do a quick change in your bedroom. So when I am changing their diaper, I actually find that I will change them on my own bed. And I got these actually recently. I haven't used them with any babies, but they are super soft, waterproof changing pad. So I've used some before that are a little bit more crinkly sounding, just louder and more slippery. These ones are quiet and soft and quite large, so I feel like it's going to be a great spot just to roll out and put onto our bed to change her diaper. And then in here I have a nose aspirator and some pacifiers. I'm not sure which ones that she will like, the pacifiers, yet, so I just have pacifiers in here and a nose aspirator. So obviously once I know which one she likes, I won't keep all of those in there, but that's just what's in that little bag there. And then I only have diapers, wipies, and then the wipey, I'm actually going to switch these out for the more quiet wipe dispenser, because as you can tell, that's really loud in the middle of the night, especially for my husband who's trying to sleep right next to me. So there's a better way of having wipies that are a little bit quieter. And then I just have newborn pajamas, just a bunch of pajamas just in case we need to have a outfit change in the middle of the night. Might put onesies, but that is it. It's just simple diapers, wipes, pajamas, a changing mat, and then I think I do have breast pads under there too, just to change up my breast pads if I feel like I need a refresher. And I also will put a hand sanitizer in there too. So that will be everything that I will have next to my bed. Okay, now I am making energy balls, my favorite snack and thing to prep before I have a baby. I've been doing this ever since Brooklyn was in utero. So 5.5 years I've had this recipe. I've loved it. We use it not only for after baby, but also just a snack, and I love making it as a gift or in addition to when I bring a meal to my friends and family who have just had a baby. I like adding this because, and usually that's the thing they thank me the most for. You keep these little energy balls in the fridge and they're able to just pop them in your mouth really quickly. They are full of good protein, and they're also good if you're breastfeeding. They have oat, and you can also add like fenugreek or other type of ingredients to even boost your supply more, but just the oats in itself is good for me. But super simple, so let's just get to making them. Okay, so here are the ingredients. Really simple. I have a bowl already for mixing. I like to use glass so the peanut butter and stuff doesn't stick to it, but I will also show you a recipe here so you can take a screenshot, but I kind of tweak a little bit of the ingredients. I like to use dairy-free and allergy-free, nut-free, all the things-free mini chocolate chips in place of regular chocolate chips. You can also just completely omit chocolate chips, but I like that little chocolatey sweetness. The reason I do that is because I try to avoid dairy myself for the first few weeks after a baby's born, just in case they have a dairy intolerance. It's a little bit easier. I'm careful with what I put in my body because that's what's going to be in the milk for the baby. So that's what I use. I also like mini chips. If you decide you don't want to avoid dairy, I just recommend doing mini chocolate chips because they are just easier. If you had big chocolate chips in there, it would just be too much in my opinion, so I like having the smaller ones. And I also add cinnamon. So I just had my hair up because, you know, cleanliness. They go in the refrigerator for 30 minutes and then I will roll them and put them in a freezer bag, put them laying flat in the freezer, and then they'll be good to go. They're no bake. I mean, we can just eat it all right now if we wanted to, but the reason they go in the fridge is just so they get a little bit harder and it's easier to roll them into balls and not so sticky. So now they are cooled for I think an hour. I'm going to make my first couple balls for my kids because they are asking for some right now, and then after that I will roll them and put them in the freezer bags. Okay, so there are 35 balls here. I think it would have made 40 if we wouldn't have snacked on them while I was making them. So these are about the size that I like. Anything bigger I feel like would be too much for a one bite size to pop in your mouth. So I might make another batch of these because this will probably last me a week at most. They just go really fast in my house. I'm going to keep them in the freezer. I'm not going to touch them until the baby is born. And I probably will make another batch, but I didn't have enough flaxseed or coconut to make quadruples. Because I doubled the recipe, so if you can see, like, it would really only make half of these if you didn't double. So that's why I like to double it. And it's really easy to make, and yeah, I absolutely love these. So I'm just going to store them flat like this in the freezer, and they are good for up to like 6 months in the freezer, but they're gonna last probably a month in my freezer because that's when the babies do. So that's everything for this video. I hope that you enjoyed and that some of these things were helpful. Definitely let us know in the comments below what were your essentials for postpartum healing. I know there are a lot more than just food and, you know, like little baskets, but I thought, you know, these are things I like to get done ahead of time. And so any type of thing where I can kind of be a little bit more ahead of the game is what I like to do. So yeah, hopefully this was enjoyable and useful to you. If you're curious about any of the products that I use, I'll link that in the description box below, and I hope that you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.